Hey, what's up guys, it's your girl Alondra coming back again with another video. For today's video I will be doing a Q&A because I feel like I have not really connected with you guys on a personal level. I feel like you guys just know me as another YouTuber that you guys just watch, and I want to be more than that to you guys. I want to be that person that you guys feel comfortable sharing your stories with. I want to hear your story. I want to know who you are. I want you to know who I am. I want you to hear my story. I am wearing PJs today because Christmas is right around the corner. I know that these have birds on them, but they're the closest thing I have to being Christmassy. And I am right here next to my tree because, like I said, Christmas is right around the corner, and I am just so excited to be filming this video because I just love the holiday spirit. The closer Christmas gets, the more sadder I get because and then it's a new year, and then I have to wait another 6 months for the holidays to kick in. More than 6 months actually. I posted and asked me questions on my Instagram story. A lot of you guys asked me a lot of questions, and it makes me very happy that you guys actually want to get to know me. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting off with this question, how are you? I am not okay, if I'm going to be honest. I am not okay mentally, emotionally, physically. I am really like at my lowest, if I'm going to be honest. I think I feel most happiest when I'm filming a video because when I have something to do, it keeps my mind off of the negativity. And recently I've just been going through a lot from not only family but friends and just the world that I am living in. I know I don't live a bad life, but if I could make a whole video on this, I totally would. But to this person who asked me this question, thank you for asking me this because I don't think anyone has asked me this in a while, if I'm going to be honest. If you guys didn't know, my dad actually passed away back in August of this year, 8 days before my birthday. And like every day I seem to blame myself for his death because during that time I was actually getting more into like manifestation, the power of manifestation, connecting with the universe. I was doing affirmations because I was like, you know what, maybe the good will come out of this. I'm not saying that you should stop doing it, but I'm just saying that if you guys don't know what you're getting yourselves into, I don't recommend doing it because the power of manifestation is so strong. It is so powerful. And I blame myself every day for his death because it was like a sudden thing. At that time I was actually saying an affirmation every day, and suddenly my dad just ends up in the hospital, and then next thing you know, he passes. So I really feel like his death is on me, and it's just really messed with my mental health, if I'm going to be honest. I don't really like talking about my mental health because I feel like I am everybody's happy pill, which I do not mind. I love being everyone's happy pill, I really do. But you know that saying that goes, behind the brightest smile is the saddest person, something like that. I really do believe in that saying because I feel like when people look at me, they're like, ugh, like I want to be around her because she's so positive and happy, when in reality it's like, no, I am not. But like I said, I don't like talking about my mental health because I like putting others before myself, which is probably not a good thing. It's still like that feeling that I have that's never going to go away, you know, like I'm never going to stop being depressed, if I'm going to be honest. I do have a lot of thoughts of that sort, if you know what I'm talking about, but I try my best to not let those thoughts take over me completely because I've already made it this far. Why am I going to stop? And same goes to you. You've already made it this far. Why stop now? I have gone through so much, from like sexual assault to losing a parent to just I've lost so much that it's like I want to give up so bad, but I know that I cannot because I think about my family and I'm like, I know my mom has gone through so much growing up, and I just don't want her to have to deal with planning her own daughter's funeral. I never want her to go through that. But I'm getting emotional. But thank you for asking me this question. Truly, I will be okay. I will be okay, and you will be okay too. Everything will be okay. Everyone will be okay. Have you ever dated anyone? Okay, look, I don't know if I've dated someone because I don't count elementary relationships. I had 2 elementary relationships, but like those don't count. So in terms of like, have I ever dated, like actually dated someone? No. I kind of want to date this one guy, but I can't because I know he don't want me, and I'm not even gonna try to shoot my shot. I actually tried shooting my shot at him, and he left me on red. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Who is the most important person to you? Of course, all my friends and family are important to me. Every time I have negative thoughts in my head, two people that come to mind are my niece and my nephew. My niece is probably watching this. Savannah and Brian, those are my babies. Those are my kids. If you know me in real life, you guys will know that I don't want children ever. Ill. The thought of even just saying the word children makes me want to throw up. I hate children. I really do. I used to love children, but now I don't, because look, I have my reasons. Savannah and Brian, I basically raised them. I am 5 years older than Savannah, and I am 8 years older than Brian, I think. I've been raising them since I was 5 years old. I cannot even take care of myself. I don't know how I was able to take care of them, but I was. They even call me mom here and there. No tea, no shade to my sister. Just kidding. I love my sister. I love their mom. They're the two most important people in my life, and I do not see myself living without them. Like, every time I have like a negative thought, I'm like, the last thing I want is for them to have to lose me. So everywhere I go, I'm like, okay, I need to be careful. I need to survive today, because I don't want to have to deal with my niece and my nephew being completely shattered that they no longer have their aunt. I literally raised those kids. Like, when I say I raised them, I mean like I changed their diaper. Every single thing that you can think of, I did. I like someone who is hella shy. How do I tell him I like him or start becoming friends with him? You're asking the wrong person. Because like I said, I tried shooting my shot at my crush and he left me on red. But what I can tell you is, as long as you shoot your shot, you shot your shot. I believe in you, shorty. I believe in you. I know you can get him. You got this. Breathe. Slide into his DMs being like, hey. And to make it more interesting, if you don't just want to get a like hey back from him, just be like, hey, are you, do you, just ask a question, and that'll start a conversation. That's what I did, and my crush answered, and then like I responded back to him, and then he answered again, and then I responded back to him again, and he left me on red. But I mean, at least you shot your shot, right? So it's okay. Even if he rejects you, move on. He wasn't for you, but that doesn't mean you should give up on trying, because we're so young still. Do we really know what love is? Hey Alexa, play What Is Love by Twice. My Alexa's actually upstairs right now. She's not downstairs, so she can't hear me. How do you feel now that you're moving to online? If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I am pretty sure you guys are not well aware that I am no longer going to be attending school in person. I am moving to online school, and the reason for that is my anxiety and my mental health. I'm just not in the right state of mind to really be going to school in person, and also online I am able to wake up at whatever time I want. I could literally start school at 9 p.m. if I wanted to, and it's at my own pace. I don't have to worry about an outfit every day. I don't have to worry about what people are going to be saying about me every time I walk into a classroom. And honestly, I really do have a huge fear of going to school, because there's just so much bad in this world, especially here in America, that literally every room that I walk into at my school, the first thing I look for is an exit, which is sad, because if something were to happen, I need to know where my nearest exit is. And sometimes I'm even like, okay, should I make my seat be right next to the door or all the way over there? Because if I'm right next to the door, I could potentially be the first target, but also I could be the first one out. You know, just those things. Like, I don't want to have to be worrying about those things. I just want to be in the comfort of my own home. But how do I feel about moving to online? I think it's probably the greatest decision that I'm ever going to make in my entire life. I feel like my dad, if he were here, he'd be really disappointed. But Dad, I am going to graduate. Do not worry. I'm not dropping out. I am just moving to online. I will still be in the district though. My counselor said that I will be able to attend senior related things such as like prom, senior night, games, anything of that sort. So yeah, it will definitely not be my last day on campus. I will definitely be going back on campus to, I don't know, go to the basketball games, because all my friends love going to the basketball games, and I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of interesting, even though the basketball team locally kind of hates me. So yeah, I am really happy. In terms of like friends, a lot of people have told me like, you're really social, but if you know me now, you know that I'm not as social as I used to be, because my anxiety just really took a toll toll on me. It took full control over me that I can no longer be that much of a social person. So being at home is probably the best thing for me to do right now, especially in this pandemic. I don't know why they sent us back to school, but they did. And every week we always get a message saying that someone had COVID at the school. I just don't want to worry about who is in my surroundings, who is within my space, and I just want to be home, point blank period. So my camera died, so we had to switch places. I'm using my iPad to record now. If you follow my Instagram, you would see the setup. It's ridiculous, but she's understanding the assignment. What are your plans after high school? Well, actually, I really want to travel during the summer. I was planning on taking like a whole year off before I go back to school, but then I thought of it and I'm like, I kind of just want to get school over with. But before that, I want to travel. I am actually going to go to a community college, and then I am going to transfer to a university just because I am not rich. I'm going to be smart and I am going to save as much money as I can, and then I'm going to transfer to UC Irvine. I really hope that I get into that school. I want to go to community college to get my general ed classes done first, and then after I'm done with those classes, I want to apply to UC Irvine. And I really hope that they do accept me, because not only is UC Irvine really good in terms of like business, but they're also really good in terms of dancing, and I love dancing. Going into business was not my original plan ever. I never thought that I would be saying that I was going to go into business, but I thought about it and I'm like, you know what, business will really benefit me a lot in the future. How would you describe BTS's concert in one word and why? Magical. Magical. It truly was. Like, even the thought of it now is like, that didn't happen. There's no way that happened. Like, I was in the same room as BTS. No, I wasn't. No, I was not. That was a dream. There's no way that happened. Like, yes, I have proof on my phone and my camera roll, but like, something in me is like, no, I just cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. It was just so beautiful. They are truly some of the most amazing, best performers that I've ever seen, and they just know how to put on a good show. They really do. They are so good at performing. Being there made me realize that they were meant for this. They really were. Like, not saying that like I never thought this before, but like especially when I was like right there at their concert watching them, I was like, they were meant for this. They really were. I got emotional so many times because, well, one, my dad actually bought me my ticket for the Month 7 tour, but obviously that got canceled because of the pandemic. We got our money refunded, and like with the money that I got refunded, I was able to buy myself a BTS ticket. It made me emotional because my dad bought me my ticket for Harry Styles, and he also bought me my ticket for BTS, so I felt like I was living a life for him, which I am. But I also got emotional because it's like, these are the men that saved me. And like, I know it's kind of like ridiculous to say that to some people, but like if you're into BTS, you would understand. They really did save me, and watching them live made me realize the true angels that they are. You know, they just deserve the whole world. I love their concert so much, and I will definitely go again. How would your dream room be? I actually have a Pinterest board on how I want my future room to be, or you know, my future apartment if I ever were to move out. I will actually show you guys some pictures right here of what I am going for. So like in the daytime, I would want it to be like natural light, you know, you're able to see the pop of whites in my house, all of that. And then at night, I want my room to become like this magical place full of like LED lights and the galaxy, and you know, it just looks like an arcade. It just looks magical at night. Maybe one day in the future, I will make a video of me transforming my room. What and who made you start liking the name Aloe? Okay, fun fact, I never liked that name. Like, I remember growing up, some people would call me Aloe. Yubi, relax, baby, relax. Oh, by the way, guys, Yubi got neutered, so we had to get him this. Because he was kind of miserable with the cone, but like this makes up for it. It works the same way as a cone, so yeah. I realized how many people actually struggle to say my name Alondra, which I don't see how hard that is to say, but I mean, I don't think it's much of a common name, so if you don't know how to say it, just don't say my name at all. just call me like, hey you, I know your name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just gonna call you a you. Recently, I've started getting more into it. I've started liking it more. So yeah, now all my friends refer to me as Aloe. Whenever my friends call me by my name Alondra, it feels so weird. And like, so many people call me Alondra still. And I'm just like, ugh. Like, you can call me Alondra, but I don't know, like, sometimes my friends will text me like, Alondra. And I'm like, ew, don't say that, because like that makes me feel like I did something wrong, even though I know I did not. Don't call me Alondra, just call me Aloe, okay? If you want to call me Alondra, go ahead, but I feel like only my elders should be calling me Alondra. If you're younger than me, I think if you're like 2 years older than me, it's okay for you to call me Alondra, but if you're not 2 years older than me, and if you're younger than me, call me Aloe. What's your favorite book? I actually have this favorite book by this Korean author. I actually read this book because of one of the members of BTS named Kim Namjoon. He is very into books, but this was one of the books that really caught my attention. It is called Almond. The author of this book is Hon Won-pyong. I'm sorry if like I'm pronouncing their name wrong. I am not Korean. I just honestly love this book so much. It's based off of like this kid with like this disorder. I forgot the name of the disorder, but like it's this disorder where he doesn't have emotions. He like witnesses his loved ones get murdered right in front of him, and like he doesn't react to it. People thought he was weird. I am currently trying my best to finish reading the book in Korean. It's taken me a while. How do you get through some tough times? And it's okay if you don't answer. Like I said, there's not really a specific way how I get through things. I tell myself that everything is going to be okay. And even though I like don't believe that everything is going to be okay, you just gotta fake it till you make it, if I'm being honest. I don't know how to cope with my feelings at all. So in terms of like coping with your feelings, you're probably asking the wrong person. But I just try my best to move on. Life goes on. Let's live on. Are you doing better mentally? Love you and miss you. I love when you tell scary stories. Oh, first of all, thank you. I love you and I miss you more. Thank you for supporting me. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I am not okay, but I will be okay. So if you're worried about me, please do not worry too much. I have been doing very well at not letting my negative thoughts take over me completely. Yeah, thank you to everyone who has been checking up on me and who has been listening to me. Really, that's what I need most right now. I love you guys so much. What are your dream dates, movies, late night drives, etc.? Ooh, late night drives. I think late night drives are probably one of my favorite dates. I actually tend to have late night drives with my older friends like Mina, Pam. I'm pretty sure you guys have met them. Not saying they're old. We tend to go on a lot of late night drives, and like those drives are just the best. Like if I had a man that like loved late night drives just as much as me, I would just marry him on the spot. I think that's so cute. Like I love, oh my god, the thought of it is making me feel so lonely. Oh, anyways, and finally, for the last question of the day, which I feel like is a question that everyone has been dying to know: when did you become an army? I became an army, believe it or not, it's going to mark 2 years in February. I became an army last year of February. It was literally like a few days before the Mod 7 album came out. I discovered BTS and I was like, oh wow, I'm invested. And next thing you know, I'm over here buying their albums and spending my whole paycheck on them. However, I have learned to not spend my money on them as much anymore. I feel like I have enough merch of theirs. I mean, you can never have enough BTS merch. For now, I'm taking a break from buying BTS things, especially because they just had their concerts and I went to 3 of their concerts, which she's kind of broke at the moment. If you're new to the fandom and people are bullying you, being like, you don't deserve this, you know, oh, you're a baby army, you don't deserve this, don't listen to them. Those are the toxic fans that you want to stay away from. I feel like when people envision BTS stans, K-pop stans, they envision the K-pop stans that make us look bad. I am not one of those. Others might have found BTS before they even debuted, and that's okay. You know, it doesn't make you any less of a fan. The amount of merch that you have does not make you any less of a fan. It really does not. Like, it really does not. They put music out there for us to listen to. They do these things so that they can communicate with us, their fans. They don't expect us to buy their merch. Like, you don't get a reward out of buying their merch. I just like to buy their merch because it's a fun hobby of mine. You find BTS when you need to find them. I'm going to leave it at that. And if you think otherwise, you are the problem. So that concludes the end of this video. I feel like I answered a lot of questions. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys next time.